getting ready. Hey, okay, look, it's Thursday, 3rd of August, and I have a topic I want to talk about, which is ZipWP. But I'm not going to jump into that straight away until we got a few more people have turned up. But I'm sure I'm not the only one who maybe caught WP Crafter or Adam's announcement video yesterday about, like the AI WordPress website design tool, which credit to him for putting together and doing that. And it's a secret project he's been working on. But hey, Greg, hope you're all right, mate. Please do make sure you get, you're getting a good round of coffee into you or whatever you're drinking just to feel good for the day. So I'm going to talk about ZipWP. But I'm going to wait for a few more people to turn up. I'm actually working as I'm talking to you on a client's website. Hey, David, how you doing? Hey, Nadia. And I'm trying, it's I want to try and I want to use a loop grid, but do like a mosaic effect. And I'm just trying to think about the best way to do it. Obviously, you can use alternate templates, but then it doesn't really do a proper mosaic layout. If anyone understands what I'm talking about, if you got a short post and a long post, it doesn't do a proper mosaic thing. But anyway, hey, Phil. So pre-warning all of you, I am going to give my opinion over ZipWP, WP Crafter, Adam's new tool. I haven't got access to it, but I do want to talk about it a little bit. RT, Rapid Blue, Mr. Gecko, how are you doing? Okay, let me get started then. So Adam has now, basically he's kind of introduced ZipWP, and I'm just going to get it onto the screen. Okay, where is it? Here we go. So ZipWP, his new project that Adam's put out there. And I seriously, all credit to Adam for doing this, okay? Create a stunning website in 60 seconds. Now, I have an opinion over AI built websites because I want to test it out. How much flexibility do you get over the changes you want to make within the website? Hey, Mass Stigma, Friendly Girl, Pez, hey, Sue. So with regards to this announcement that came out yesterday, I'm interested in testing it out. ZipWP, apparently it's going to generate you a website. By the way, this is quite a nice website Adam's put together. It's quite nice and inviting, and I quite like it. Hey, that looks like me over there. It's not me, but anyway. So it's meant to be able to do quite a lot. However. Hey, Raja, we need to test it out, right? We need to test it out. How good is it? But I have a little bit of an issue. Does anyone know what my issue is? I'm going to let you take a guess. What do you think is my issue? Anyone who's gone on here? What do you think is my issue? Right? Jackie Yu is asking, do I have a checklist? I do. If you go over to our website, if you go over to websquadron.co.uk, you will see a link to, let me just get it for you, mastery modules over here. And we do have parity pricing as well, by the way, Jackie. So the prices here, there's a website checklist. It's very, very cheap and low cost for you to go and have a look at. So let me get back onto the AI thing. Why am I even talking about this? I'm not against it. I want to make that clear. I am not against it. Here's the issue I have with it. If you sign up, right? If you sign up, what happens when you sign up? You get told that you are like number 7,200 on the waiting list. You are then told that if you want to move up the waiting list, you got to refer it 20 times. An hour later, your email gets verified, and then you get another email, and the email you're going to get is basically saying that for every person you refer, you move up the list 20 times. So here's my really big issue. If you say, right, you have a waiting list, but if you refer, you go up the waiting list, I don't like that tactic. I'm just putting it out there, okay? It's not my business. It's not for me to say, but this is my live chat, so I can say what I want to say. But I'm going to say, doing this whole, like, join the waiting list, now do referrals, because 2 people on the Web Squadron Facebook group, right? So 2 people inside of our Web Squadron group did post their referral links into our Facebook group today. And I've deleted their post. I haven't removed them, I've deleted it. Exactly what Phil is saying. It sounds like a pyramid scheme. Exactly, Gene. Exactly. And Friendly Girl, thank you very much. So you get told if you refer, you go up. Then you get an email saying for every referral, you go up 20. Now, what that means is you are driving. If you think about it, right, just think about this for a moment. If you are saying that there's a waiting list to join, by the way, can I just answer some questions before we quickly get onto it? No, Jackie, if you want a step-by-step checklist, then you need to go and watch the 7-hour video we did 2 months ago. There's a build a website from scratch thingy-jiggy there. So basically, if you're saying you've got a big waiting list, right? Okay, let me give you a scenario. I have a shop and I will only let 2 people in at any one time, and the waiting list is 100 people, the queue to get into the shop. I then say to you, you're at the end of the queue. If you want to jump ahead, you have to get more people to join the queue. So let's say all 100 people get 10 more people to join. Now we've gone to 1,000. And you are position 100, but the 99 in front of you also referred 10 people. You're still position 99, aren't you? If you think about it. Can you play with me in your head mathematically? A queue of 100, you are number 100. If you refer, you go ahead. But if you and everyone ahead of you refers, you're still position 99. Does that make sense? And if you join a queue, I don't want people pushing in. Because you know what that reminds me of? Let me tell you, that reminds me of a second, third tier system. Hey everyone, if you have more money, you get to go to a better school. You get to go here, you get to go there. It feels like that. And I'm really glad that someone here said the pyramid scheme, because I didn't even think of that. But yeah, that's what it is. But I do think that it's not a good tactic, and I will test it out. I hope it's good. I'm intrigued. What is the back end? Is it just good? I think it's going to be Gutenberg. It's going to be Gutenberg block editing all the way. Right? Would you agree with that? I don't think it's Elementor. It ain't going to be bricks or breakdowns. I think it's going to be pure Gutenberg block editing. So let's say it builds a website. You're going to spend time revising it. But I want to play with it. It might be really, really good. And it's only going to work for a certain cohort of customers, But I'm intrigued by it. At the same time, though, hey, Nigel. At the same time, though, and by the way, hey, Sue, hey, Wesley, VJ, everyone else that's joined, does it tie you in to other products? So, hey, BJ, will it, tie you into Gutenberg? So you got to use Gutenberg or Generate or anything like that. And then, does it then mean you have to use Shortcut, or will it work with WooCommerce? I'm just wondering here. I'm always wondering here. And I'm not being critical of it, by the way. It doesn't matter to me who made the product. Even if Paul made the product or Reno, anyone. This has got nothing to do with who's created it. It's just I saw the video. I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. Signed up, and then straight away you're on a waiting list, but you can jump the queue. But logically, it makes no sense. And I just don't like that tactic. I think it's a nasty tactic, right? Before I sign... Look, let me tell you now, right? Before I sign up, right, it should tell me here, when you sign up, right, or whatever, you, the way, you're not going to get it for how long? Like, when do you get it? Get early access, when? When do you get it? There's no nothing to tell me when you get it. You sign up, you get verified, and then you're waiting. Or you can jump the queue. I just don't get it. Yeah, exactly, Pez. I don't. If you join a waiting list so that you're notified when it's available, that's different. But if you join to then refer, it doesn't. I mean, why would you refer? Here's the other thing. Am I going to share my referral link with any of you? No. And you know why? Because I haven't even tested it yet. I don't even know what I'm getting. I don't know if it can stand up. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's robust. I don't know how much editing you can do. I don't know if I can plug Elementor or Bricks in. I don't know if you're tied into Shortcut. I know nothing about that. So why would I refer you? That's like me saying, right, here's a brand new chocolate. Here's a brand new chocolate bar made out of cow shit. This is made out of cow shit. It's a new chocolate bar, right? It's the healthiest thing ever. This cow shit chocolate bar is going to make you live to 1,000 years. But you can't get it unless you get 1,000 people to sign up. So does that then mean that I'm going to get all of you to sign up and I don't even know if it's good or if it works because I haven't even got it? And that, for me, is a con. That's a big con. Because then you have every right to say, mate, this chocolate made out of cow shit tastes like cow shit. And I'd be like, yeah, but it's cow shit. What do you expect? Right? Yeah, exactly, BJ, without trying it. And that's right. Johnny says, any tips on how to hand over a website to a client? You do a video call. You might create a video. You might have a 1-2 page written document. Click here, click there, blah, 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 blah. You do a handover, video call. That's what you do. You include I always include a 1 hour video call as part of a proposal. Anything more, if they want 2 hours or 3 hours or a very detailed document, you pay extra for that. And what Phil says, I do agree, yeah, that AI websites are going to feel very substandard. They're going to start to feel no different to you. I mean, look, if you think about it, right? A lot of themes and templates out there are kind of just boom, with stuff there. You're going to change the wording anyway, aren't you? You're going to have to get your keywords in. You're going to have to get the images to work for the content and the content to work for the image. So I think AI is a support mechanism, but it'd be interesting to see where it goes. Yadnesh, thanks for that. Astra WP and WP Spectra. Yes, it is, Sue. It's WP Crafter, yeah. And hats off to him. He's always looking at new ideas. But yeah, so Khalil, if you want me to review a website, have you emailed it to me? So Khalil, what have you emailed your website to me? And Nigel, are you online as well? Can you tell us how to archive this loader? I'm not sure what you're talking about. How to archive. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Nigel. Just email me with something like that. Yeah, so I saw the video. Oh, has he released a new video? Has he released a new video? I mean, I only know about the videos that are currently. I'm just checking. There's only the 18-minute video I've seen at the moment, Yadnesh. So if there's another video, I'd be interested on that. Yeah, Nigel, I don't quite understand what you want. And did you build that website? Because if you didn't build the website, then I can't review it. Because that then falls into me helping you problem solve, which falls into one-to-one private consultation. Or you got to stick it on a forum. Or you could go and stick it over here on the Facebook group for Web Squadron, Facebook group, jump over there. I only do online reviews or talk about how do I do XYZ if it's your actual site. Do I ever get designer's block? Yeah, I do quite a bit. What helps me though is I always say to the client prior, can you give me an example of a website you like? So I'm working on someone's website and they quite like this website here. They like the look of this person's blog, how the blog is set up with this layout. They quite like that layout. So I'm having a think about how can I create something like that for them. And I was going to do a loop grid, but I might not do a loop grid now. Well, it is going to be a loop grid, but I'm thinking very carefully about how do I create some kind of layout like this for them. So if they can give you an example website that they like, or competitors, that will remove block. Because if you suddenly go, we need to do an archive page, what should we go for? Substandard, different, funky, what should we do? And you might be like, based on their niche area, it's not clear cut. What are we trying to achieve? You look at the competitors, you look at a website they like, and you go, okay, let's go for something like that. And that's what you do. That removes designer block. Hey, Andrew, how you doing it? How you doing? Friendly Girl has an extensive PDF, step-by-step tutorials. Yeah, I mean, make sure you cost up the time to do that inside of your proposal and all of that. Yeah, loop grid with mate. That's what I was thinking, to be honest. The trouble is, though, I can't remember if Elemental's loop grid allows masonry. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. I don't think it does. Am I wrong? I don't think they allow masonry layouts. Unless you do an alternate template. Well, maybe it does. Do you know what? I seriously can't remember. I seriously cannot remember anything. I feel like my brain is going a little bit dead this morning. Yeah, so Pez is right. Look, for me, AI is brilliant. AI is a really funky thing, right? AI is going to allow us to do... Oh, yeah, your loop grid can. Yeah, you're right, Rajat. You're right. I've just remembered, when you do the alternate template, the loop grid, the masonry becomes available. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, it is in there. So back to Pez, yeah. I think AI helps me and you and everyone do much funkier stuff. I am using ChatGPT 20 times a day, even late at night, whatever. How do I do this? I'm doing it all the time. AI is great. When it comes to web design, though, it might give you a starter, but I like to build from scratch with everything, right? Whether it's an Elemental or bricks. I don't like to use templates. I really don't. I like to build from scratch. I like to give my client what they're after or what I think they need to go for from scratch. I don't want to spend time undoing and reverse engineering. Oh, what's going on here and what's this all about? And oh no, it's gone and installed contact form 7 and oh no, it's gone and done that as well. Don't care. I like to build from scratch. So with AI web design, I think here's where I think the benefit is. Well, let's say you get a client, a solicitor, and they don't know what they want, you don't know what they want, you're trying to come up with an idea for a design. You could go over to one of these tools, type it in, it pumps out 3 or 4 different solicitor websites. You then go, I could replicate that, I could make that one better. And then you show that to the client, oh yeah, let's go for that, and then you go and build it. So I think it's going to be something as a bit of a prompter kind of thing, you know. Hey, Pickstar, by the way, sorry, I've just realised you're on there. How you doing? Damn, Pickstar, sorry, do you know what, I wasn't reading the comments. How you doing, Pickstar? Sorry, mate, I've just realised your name's there. So what's going on? Right, so I'm just trying to read the comments really quickly. Yeah, exactly like Barry says. You look at the templates you look at the comments, not the comments. You look at the template and they spark an idea. Everything all right on your end of the world, Pickstar? I've just noticed someone has said congratulations. Have you said something, Pickstar? Have you said something? Have I just missed something? I feel like I've missed something. Has Pickstar said something that I've missed? Because I've just seen congratulations appearing a few times. Have I missed something? Ah, Pickstar! Yay! Finally! I was wondering when it was going to happen. Finally, you become a dad. Finally. This has been a long time coming, everyone, all right? 9 months in total. But Pickstar is finally a dad. Well, congratulations, mate. So glad to hear that, my friend. Nice one, mate. Nice one. He's a dad. Welcome. This is now when everything changes, mate. This is when the world becomes a little bit more shittier. This is when now you lose control. This is now when you kind of regret everything you wanted to do that you didn't do. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, so someone here, Wes Design. Who is Wes Design? So Wes Design, you've emailed over web design. Are you there? Because you've emailed your website for me to review. Can you have you got any photos you want to share, Pickstar? Email it over if you got a photo, or not. You might not have a photo. If you got a photo and you want us to put it on screen, I'm happily gonna do that. We need a bit of love in the world sometimes, you know. Need a little bit of love, everybody. You know. Yeah, exactly, Pickstar. I was wondering if anyone was gonna understand my pun by why I meant if things get shittier, because they do. I don't know what's going on here. So I got a client, and I don't know why, but I feel like they need. So on their mobile phone, they can't see. Let me just say. So I've just got to say, can you share a screenshot with me? Because they keep describing what they can see. They keep saying they can see, they're seeing something different, but whenever they tell me what they see, it doesn't quite make sense. Oh yeah, so this is Canva, by the way. So down here, right, this is Canva that I'm using. So I created this as a, just as a bit of text with a bit of animation. I think the animation still works. I'm not sure. Does the animation still work? I'm not sure if it does. And then you export it with a green screen. Then when I add it into OBS in front of my screen, you use the chroma key to get rid of the green screen, so now you can see me. Hey Eddie, how you doing? Glenrick, my admin panel is slow. My front end is fast. Please assist. When you say your admin panel is slow, what do you mean by your admin panel is slow? Do you mean your back end bit, obviously? I mean, who's your host? How many plugins you got? How big is your WordPress database, your files? Yeah, stuff like that. What version of WordPress are you using? Ah, Pickstar. No, Pickstar, you don't have to share. Trust me, mate. Trust me. If, absolutely understand, mate, yeah. And trust me, right now is the exact time you do not want to get into your wife's bad books. Let me tell you now. If your wife has said, do not share, you do not share. Full stop, okay? You don't share. All right, you don't share. So yeah, I'm just currently going a little bit back and forth with a client, because every time I do a change and I purge the server and the cache, I can see it. I can see it in other browsers as well. But when they go to their phone, they can't see it. And I seriously think, I've told them already, they need to clear their cookies in the history on their, and they got an Android phone. You need to clear that. Even maybe turn off your internet and turn your internet back on as well. Do I recommend a recorded handover instruction video? Johnny, you should be doing... Okay, look. How many of you do a video call with the client before you start a job? How many of you do a video call before? How many of you also do a video call when you finish? Me, all the time. I need to know that the person I'm working with is not nasty, right? Because just because they go, oh yeah, we want that, yeah, we're gonna pay you and all of that, yeah, brilliant. The minute you start the job, I want this now, I want that. And if the video call can reveal a lot about who they are prior. Because when it's email, I could be a really nasty guy and go, oh, that's really great. Thank you for that. I could easily do that. But when you do a video call, if I say to them, so do you know when you're going to get your images? And I can see the enthusiasm, the commitment, the buy-in. Great. But if they're like, yeah, I don't know, whenever, I'll get it to you. Yeah, don't worry. You do your bit. I'll get you the images. That's when I pull back and I go, whoa. I'm not so sure anymore. So the video call right before, absolutely right, John. Absolutely right. During as well, you know. I mean, at the minute, the client's having issues. So I've just said, look, just take screenshot. Either take a screenshot or a photograph of your screen so I can see exactly what you're seeing. Because on my end and other browsers, it's fine. Even if I go outside and I'm 200 meters away from home, I'm still getting the right vision. Nice one, Wesley. You got your first good client 2 weeks ago. Minimum telephone conference for clients. I prefer face-to-face if near, or videos if distance. Absolutely, Barry. There's only so much we can do via just email. And if you get to the point where the client keeps going back and forth with decision making, you will have picked up that kind of personality from a video call. And sometimes I've had clients where they're still undecided. I'm like, look, can we just have a quick 5-10 minute video call discussion? Because I just need to make sure that we're on the same page. And some clients kind of go, I ain't got time. And I go, yeah, we don't have to do it now. We can do it tomorrow or the next day. No, I ain't got time. That for me is like, right, you ain't got time. So I ain't got time for you. And I just walk away. You know, I just walk away. Hey, Maddie, how you doing? Yeah, John is right. Communication is key to deal with the messages that can be misunderstood. And you can pick up from facial, recognition. Does the person understand what you're saying? Or are they like this? Huh? What? Because we've all done this in the past, right? Someone emails you something and you're like, yeah, I think so. But you pick up body language so kicks in, right? And when you're first starting off and you want to get every single client, you probably will just go, oh, they want to work with me. Yeah, okay, I'll do it now. I'll start today. And you don't even know who they are or anything like that. And then you get burnt when they then show their true colours. And even a good meeting could lead to a bad situation. Nothing is guaranteed, yeah? But at the moment, this client, they're really, really good, but they hung up on the fact that their Android phone is not showing whatever. And I'm a bit like, your website is 7 gigabytes. Their website was built 6 years ago. It's had various people working on it. There's no there's zilch other than SiteGround Optimizer. That's it. It is a directory website. They have got Elemental Pro. They got quite a lot of plugins on there. I'm not responsible for sorting that out. Okay, I'm not here to do that. But then because they've got so much stuff going on, it's a 7 gigabyte website. 7 gigabytes. There's delays in quite a lot of places. And what's a little bit funny is their husband on their phone can see the website. The partner on their phone isn't getting the right version. I've said it numerous times. I've even sent them instructions. You got to go to your phone, you got to go to settings or wherever you need to go on an Android phone. You need to delete your internet, your cookies, your cache, all of that. You need to delete all of that, right? Yeah. Very rarely have I ever had to do a face-to-face. Very rarely. Mainly because a lot of our clients tend to be global. Very rarely have I had to do that. Right, now my clients now emailed me their screenshot. Does it now not show for you on the last message? What? So I've just got to quickly reply. Just got to quickly write, did you delete the internet cookies and history from... I mean, I remember I had someone, and what they said to me is they didn't want to delete their cookies on their... You know the phone when you clear your history and all of that? And they said, because I've got 6 tabs and I want to look at them later. And I was like, are they really vital tabs? They're like, oh, one's like a shopping thing. And I was like, bloody hell. Make it a favourite. And then I had to talk them through how to change the web address as a favourite and bookmark it. And then how do they get the bookmark back? And it was like, blooming heck. Just delete. Just delete. It doesn't matter. I mean, of course it matters. I mean, look, I could show you here, okay? So, here's the web address, right? Okay. So I've just done a change. So the web address is going to show a blank page. All you've got to do is go to your internet settings, go to your Safari, go down and clear the history and the data. Just clear the history and data. Right, you clear it, you close the tabs, kaboom, boom, 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 boom. That's now done. Go back to the website. If I can remember the damn, I can't remember the URL now. There you go. Get the URL. And there you go. And then it brings through the latest picture. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do, right? It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple and easy. That's all you got to do. But I think a lot of them just don't want to do that. It's one of the most common... what? Who's this? Someone's just sent me a message. I don't know who they are. Who's this? What? Someone just sent me a message from Locums asking if I can work on some shifts. Who are you? Who are you? They're asking if I can cover some GP locum shifts. I've just said, who are you? Hi, who are you? What? Hi, Imran. Hope you're well. This is... Who the hell's this? They're asking if I can cover some locum shifts for a GP. They even have my name. I was like, who are you? Anyway. Yes, so the rest of today, I'm going to be working on this client's website. There's going to be a bit of back and forth. I can already tell. I don't mind that. As long as Dr. Uranus. Hopefully by tomorrow, we've closed off the header, the footer, the blog archive, the single post template as well, sidebar, make sure they're all closed off, and then I can move on to the meaty bit of the website, which is modifying their homepage and then setting up loads of different category pages. So there's a bit of effort required there because everything is going to be slightly different. I don't know who they are, mate, Andrew. I don't know who they are. I was just like, who are you? Who are you? The fact that the thing is though, they are a Leicester number, and they are Go Locums. I don't remember who's Go Locums. Who's Go Locums? Makes no sense. Yeah, I mean, I don't get it, John. I mean, they've referred to me by name, but have they replied? Yeah, they've replied now. Sorry, they're saying that they've been given my number by my colleague. I'm gonna say what for covering locums. Who referred me? Sorry, I'm just going to really reply to this because I feel like there's been some miscommunication here. I think someone's confusing me with a different Imran. I don't get it. Anyway, so, what was I saying? So the one thing that's letting this website down is the client likes this website, okay? The thing is about this is look at the images of this. Look at the imagery that you get here with this website. Look at the imagery. It's really, really strong, right? I'm not going to show the client's website. The problem is that their images are not uniform. They don't follow a set structure or a theme. Very, very, very varied in a range of images and colors. So when you try and do I'll put it back on again, okay? When you get to a mosaic layout like that, okay? Other than that red image there, which is the one that is slightly off, the rest of them, there's a bit of a running theme with the layouts and stuff like that. You know, there's almost like a synergy with the images. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of this layout. I don't like the way you have this offset effect here. I find that a bit weird. But when you're trying to do a masonry effect, right? Yeah, what did you find, Andrew? I can't be bothered to go on. In fact, should we go online? Who are they? Let's go on, right? Go Locums. Go Locums. Who are they? So this is right, here they are. So this is their logo as well. I don't understand what they want. Why are they contacting me for? Why are they contacting me? I don't know who they are. Who are these? Who are these people? Why are they contacting me? I've no bloody idea who they are. But when you have a masonry's blog archive page, if your images are not synergetic or kind of this image has got to kind of work with this image and then that one and that one, it will start to look very weird. You know, magazine layout websites, if there isn't a consistency, they just look wrong, right? It's a bit like when you go to YouTube and you have tons of thumbnails, right? And there's no synergy with them and you're like, what? But then it doesn't matter because everyone's unique. Aquitas, anyone got a huge loading time problem with the new carousel? No, I mean, I've not really used it much. Yeah, I don't know. Unless if they want a website, I mean, if this is someone who wants a website built, that's different. But the language they've said is, I have a few shifts available. Are you available for the following dates? Please let me know if you can cover any. I have a few shifts available in Leicester. I'm the coordinator. Your number's been forwarded to me by my colleague. What the heck are you talking about? Who is this? What kind of nastiness is this? Do you get what I mean, Pez? What's going on here? I don't know, John. I don't know. I mean, I don't do locum work, though. I don't do locum work. So, yeah, I don't get it. Anyway, I don't get it. I don't even know why I'm talking about it. I did build a website for someone who specializes in pharmaceutical locum stuff. But I can't think that they would refer me unless they've referred me and the person's got the wrong end of the stick. Who knows, right? Who knows? Right. Anyway, back to my client who has now finally deleted. They've now said they've deleted the last month. You know when you delete your internet cookies, you don't just delete the last month, you delete your history from the beginning of time, right? The internet where they are is not great. Oh God. They've now said the internet where they're currently based today and yesterday is not good. That says to me you need to turn off your router, leave it for 1 hour and then turn it on again. Sometimes you have to turn it off for the whole night because your router latches onto an IP address and the IP address might be latching onto an old imprint of the server or the website. So I can tell you now, if you ever regenerate your CSS, purge your server, purge your cache, but the website is still not opening. Gene, I said everything you've said. I've literally said, I've said private window, incognito, go to Chrome, Edge, Safari, whatever you got. But I think it's their internet, right? But if you ever get this kind of similar issue, what you want to do is turn off your router. Turn it off, right? You might need to turn it off all night. Usually 10 minutes later is fine. You then turn it on. Your router reconnects, your phone and your Wi-Fi and your computer reconnects, and then you go on, and lo and behold, it's fine. And another great way to test it, if you don't want to turn off your internet, is you go to your mobile phone, right? You purge the server and the cache. You then delete your cookies. If you're still not seeing the right website, go out your house, go round the block, because when you're round the block and you check again, you're no longer on your home Wi-Fi. You are now on an external service, 4G, 5G, whatever, right? GGG, yeah? If you can now see that it's now the correct website, that means it's your router. So you've got to restart your router. That's it. That's easily it. Exactly, Gene, yeah. That's easily it. Gene, I've said all of this. I feel like crying. I've said all of this, yeah. I've even sent them instructions. So there you go. Pez, one time a girl was sending nude pictures to Pez because she put in the wrong number. And I have a feeling that Pez did not let them know. Pez was probably like, oh, this is really interesting. But yeah. Anyway, Mr. Go Locums. I mean, there's the message. I don't know why my phone is not focusing all of a sudden. It doesn't seem to focus properly. It's not focused. Normally it focuses, but it's not focusing for some reason. It's probably one of the settings. Re-incubate camo. So I use an app. So, so you use your iPhone camera as my webcam. They've now brought out a new update so that now you're going to be able to get the full 4K quality. Before they used to limit it a bit, but I'm looking forward to when they enable that on the older phones. You have to have an iPhone 12 or above to get the full 4K via the Re-incubate Camo app, which is $60 one-time fee. I'm using my old iPhone X over here. That's an old iPhone X, quite old now, but I just use it as a webcam. I don't use that to make any calls or anything. That literally is just as a webcam. They need to bring out another update, which they said they were going to test this week, but I've got a feeling it's probably going to be delayed for another week or so. When they've got that, then hopefully going to get even bigger boost the quality of the live streams and what we do. So Gene, when you say you've had the same conversation, are you talking about the website not updated, or are you talking about the nude pictures that are sent to you by a stranger? Because right now, Gene, your comment comes after Pez, and Pez said what Pez said, right? Now that Pez has told us that, I now feel like I have a better understanding of why he calls himself Pez Reloaded. I'm just putting that out there. Anyway, back to Zip WP. I'm really, really hoping. By the way, if anyone here does get access to ZipWP, can you let me know? Let me know how you found it. Intuitive? Is it good? Do you think you can see value in it? Because I signed up yesterday, sorry, and I did again today just to see did I get the same messages. And yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm very much intrigued. You want an iPhone just for the background remover feature? Just use Canva, Wesley. Yeah, exactly what Phil says as well for Glenrick. If you need to maybe check with your host. I mean, who is your host, by the way, Glenrick? I did get an email from Wes Design. Was that you, Wesley? Because Wes Design... this isn't a website review, though. This is like someone's website, and you want me to kind of give you some advice about it. But I think, I don't know if this is you, Wes, but it's an affiliate website, so you need to go and get yourself a multi-vendor plugin or an affiliate plugin. Multi-vendor Dokkan is quite a popular one, but it is it's not free. So that's the one downside to it. But yeah, if anyone here gets access to ZipWP, please can you let me know how you found it? Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? Do you think it's got legs? And I don't mean that in a bad way. So you made that website. So that's the one you made. Is that what you're saying? That's the website you made? Yeah, okay, right. So let me now just stick it on screen now that I know it is your website. So here we go. So this is from Wes, okay? There is an instant problem, right, with the... Look, if you go small, I can see the face. If I go big, right, there's an immediate problem. The head is cut off. And that is off-putting. Because I'm doing this now, going, where's the head? Where's the head? Also, the wording over here is half sliced off as well. There is, look, let me do this right. I'm going to shrink and grow. Look what's happening here. Look, I've zoomed out and I've refreshed the page, right? Your wording is sliced off. You've got no padding here. It's all the way over to the left. So that is too big. I don't see that's way too big. If I'm really honest, it's really big. You got that there in the top left. It's just too big. It's like way up there. That's a bit too blocky for me. And I would do some letter spacing. That's sliced off. That's too far to the left. And the head, so I would rework that, Wes. The client might like it, but then I would say to myself, the client might like a picture of cow shit. Is the client educated enough? And I mean that in a nice way, yeah? Are they knowledgeable enough to understand? Because I can tell you now, from a conversion point of view, that's put me off. I'm not going any further. I would not go any further on this website because of the image quality, the slicing. I would lose trust in that website. This is a bit too much, 6 across. I would have gone with 4 across. 6 across, and they're too close, look. Too close. You know, the spacing because of the sleeve. It's just too close. It really is too close. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. The padding is wrong. There's no padding. The padding's not there. There's no padding there. There's no padding there. We've gone from 6 across to 2 across. Bring it in closer. We've got a big space here for no good reason. Hi, Eichmann. I don't see the point of the animation here. The variation white, black doesn't work. Padding again, only go for 3 or 4 across. Yeah, I mean, the red X as well. You're right, Eddie. Then again, though, Pez would jump in on that. Look, you got padding here, but then you're not following it through. Yeah, but Wesley, this is the biggest excuse I hear a lot of, right? Okay, so I'm not going to review that anymore now, okay? Because I think we've kind of covered it. But that is the number one excuse I hear a lot. That's what the client wanted. Did you try? So if you tried and the client still wants it, you accept it. Hey, Ruben. But did you say to the client, okay, let me give you an example, right? Look at this website here, right? Because we're talking about zip WP. Look at the padding and the spacing. Padding, spacing. Right? We have a cleaner look to it, even with color. So did you say to the client, we need to have padding left and right? We need to have only 4 across. It's too busy. Did you talk to the client about conversion? About why good websites do X, Y, Z? Because I don't want to be rude here, but if you just take a client's money and do what they want, then you can't call yourself. I got to be careful what I say. I don't want to use the word expert or professional, but are you the right person to guide them? Right? Let's say you go into a shop, you're getting married, and you need a new wedding suit, and you go into a tailor because they advertise and they say, yeah, we were experts in designing wedding clothes. We do all of that. You go in and you say, I want my jacket and I want the sleeve of this jacket to be longer than this sleeve. Even though my arms are the same, ding, ding, ding. So I was reviewing this website, Friendly Girl. I'll quickly go through it, right? So Wesley's done this because the client wanted it. Look, the face is cut off. The logo is cut. The words are cut off. There's no padding over there. We have a black bar at the top, way too big. Too many items here. 6 across. There's the padding. We got a big space here. The padding is wrong. All of it is white, black, white, black, white, black. The padding is all wrong. So, yeah, but Wesley, again, you gotta listen to the point I'm making here, right? It doesn't matter if it's your first client. It doesn't matter if the client's happy, right? I go into a tailor's. I want a wedding suit. Both my arms are the same size, length, but I want this sleeve to be longer than this sleeve. I want this sleeve to go on, and I want this sleeve to stop here, because that's what I want. And the tailor doesn't bother saying to me, I think you need to reconsider that. Is everyone going to have equal length suits? Yes. So why are you not doing that? Because you want it to look good. And when they explain that, I'll then say, yeah, you're right. Don't do what I said. But if the tailor just does what I want, that's bad tailorship. So that's the point I'm making. I think it's really easy to say, first client, they liked it. Client won't know shit from shit. Client won't know what. I mean, I bet you could have given them a website that had a blank page and the images were like that. Tiny, tiny images. We've got 1,000 products on one page. One page website, no scroll, and we've got 1,000 images. And the client goes, yay, I want to sell 1,000 products today. No, you're not. So, yeah. Yeah. Himanshu, yeah, Eddie, so I want to see what ZipWP offer, and then, then I'll form an opinion of it. Himanshu, good evening from India. Can you make a detailed tutorial with Blocksy? No, I don't use Blocksy. I don't use Blocksy because I don't see the point in it. I really don't. And I know people out there, using Blocksy and Elemental Free, and they're using a starter template. I don't like to use starter templates. And no, unfortunately, not on the radar. Maybe one day I might build a one-pager, maybe one day, but it's not on my radar. Yeah, look, Wes, what I would recommend you do, Wes, right? Okay, here's my recommendation for you, Wes, right? I want you to get a copy of this page because you obviously built the website. You can get a copy of it, right? I don't care about every other page on here, right? I don't care about every other page. I want you to get a copy of this homepage. I want you, because you know you've got time to do this, right? No disrespect, but you're not flooded with clients. You've got time to do this. I want you to redesign that. Okay? All right? You don't have to show the client. I want you to take that page and redesign it and then share it again for us to go and look into. Because this is now your opportunity to improve and go, well, this is what I did. Could I have done it better? Because this is now how you will learn and going forward. And then you might be able to go back to the client and go, hey, you know what? I think we could do something a little different here. Because I tell you what, that client might like it. But one day someone is going to go up and go, what is this? Why have you done this? And they're going to come back to you. And you can't say, but that's what you wanted. Because they will then turn around and go, yeah, but you're the expert. You were meant to guide me and correct me. Because I could easily say to you, what is the key word? What's the main key word for this website? Have you put any keywords in? You know? Yes, a blog. I mean, I know a lot of people. Yeah, you're right, Eddie. There's quite a few people that use Blocksy. I'm just not entirely convinced by its uses, but I will try it out because there have been a few people that have built websites with Blocksy and Elemental free. I think my trouble is that I've got licenses for Bricks. I've got licenses for Elemental Pro. I like to use Hello. I know I can do shitload of stuff with that. So if you go with Blocksy free and Elemental free, aren't you going to be limited by what you can do? Kind of thing. Support is good though. Yeah, support is go. Yeah. But I might try it out. Now that Eddie has said that, now that a few other people have mentioned it, I'll stick it on my radar. I won't be rushing out. Now Marco, you make a good Marco, you make a good suggestion. Being different, right? But the question what I was trying to pose is, right, and it is the psychology of the design, is why did I go into the tailor and say I want the sleeves to be different? Yeah, Eddie, if you've got Blocksy Pro, obviously you're laughing, but there are some people, because this isn't the first time someone has said to me, can you do a tutorial using Blocksy free? And I'm like, I'm not sure I want to be just the free version. So back to Marco. So let's say, I don't like Cadence, by the way. I don't like Cadence. I find the settings are over the top. It's over the top. You are right, Himanshu. You are right. But the thing is, Himanshu, right, and this is something that I think a lot of you are not going to like the sound of, but let me tell you something. If people that are never ever going to get the premium versions, they want the free version all the time. I want the free Elemental, I want the free Blocksy, I want the free Cadence, I want the free Astra. They are never ever going to employ me to build a website. They're never going to pay for a consultation. They're never going to pay for a mastery module. So in terms of the audience growing, from a business model point of view, you know, I already do enough. But back to what Marco was saying, yeah, is what you got to remember though, yeah, is that being different is good if you understand why you're being different. So if I said, I want my sleeves to be different length, and I know that when I walk into the wedding, people are going to look at me funny, but I don't care, or I want to be different. I want to break out the norm. That's different. But if I say I want different sleeves because I don't understand, that's where you need someone to explain to you, because maybe you don't get it. And if you don't get it, you need someone to mentor and guide you. And that's the same with web design. So if a client says to me, I want no padding, and I explain why, and they go, yeah, I don't care. I know that, but I want to be totally different. Then you get it. Then you do it. So I would always say it's about challenging. Why are you doing it differently? Do you understand what you're putting yourself up for? It's like someone saying, I'm not going to wear any clothes. I'm not going to wear any clothes. It's like someone saying, I'm going to walk outside with no clothes on. Is that because they don't care, or do they understand what they're doing? Muslim Urdu motivation. Whenever I receive order from Fiverr for design landing page, Whenever I receive order from Fiverr, which theme do I use? Well, it depends on what they want, Muslim Urdu, right? So what do they ask you for? And then if you've by the way, you shouldn't be accepting any orders unless you know exactly what you're going to do for them. So the question is actually subjective. The answer is subjective to the question, sorry. Yeah, exactly, Pez, yeah. I mean, I would always say that, it's like someone saying to me, give me, put some bread in the toaster, but put the butter first. I'll be like, no, you do the butter afterwards. You'll short circuit the toaster, and then they might reconsider what they're saying. Yeah. So Muslim Urdu wants me to do a full series to order from freelance websites. No, because I don't do freelancer websites. So Rubin, how can I deal with a client who wants a one-time payment site, like don't want to pay for the next year? Example. Well, you can't, Rubin, Bad. You can't do that. If they want a one-time payment site, then you're going to have to build a website whereby they have a free domain, free hosting, which will be ultra slow and shit, and vulnerabilities, security all over the place. You might as well use Elementor free and loads of free plugins, and that's it. And if that's all they want, Rubin, you explain to them, here's the risk, and if you accept that, then fine, I'll do it, but then there's massive risk, right? Kind of thing. Did you tell them, though, at the time that you were using Elementor Pro? Who paid for Elementor Pro? Who paid for the license? Did they pay for it, or did you pay for it? So you have to be really open about all of that right at the start. Exactly. So Friendly Girl, right? Okay. Is kind of made a good point as well. You got to remember, that not everyone who goes to a website is going to understand. But as long as they understand the risk, or is it worth being different, then it's okay. So John, Crocoblock did ask me about a year ago if I would consider doing videos for them. I considered it, but the amount of time it was going to take to explore the settings and create a really good structured sequence of videos, I just thought it wasn't worth my time. And maybe one day I will, but not just yet. And that's probably why we haven't seen a structured sequence yet by anyone, really. Wiki Design have done a few. A few have done a few, but there's never been every single plugin. Let's say you got a website project. We're going to use every plugin on this project. And why? Why would you use that? And why would you use that? And if you do this, does it affect that? We haven't had anything like that at the moment. Yeah. Free always has a price. Exactly, Michael, you're right. And also you kind of have to say to your client, here's the other thing you might want to bear in mind, everyone. Some plugins are going to be there forever because there's a free version and a pro version. And if you only need the free version, you can get away with it. But you may use a plugin that one day stops working or is never updated. What are you going to do? There was a plugin called PNG to WebP, and I used to use it a lot. And then one day, PNG to WebP stopped working. It literally stopped. And I was like, shit, what do I do here? Because every time you upload an image, it converted it into a WebP. That's when I started using bulkresizePhotos.com. I realized I got to stop relying on it. Because image to WebP was a free plugin and then it died. It literally died. Stopped working, wasn't updated, vulnerabilities, boom. In fact, it stopped working. I think it was about a year and a half ago. Sometime around then, it stopped working. So Muslim Urdu, which platforms can I sell my website templates? Envato, Fiverr. Yeah. I mean, what I would recommend, though, have you looked into this yourself? Because there's no point me telling you where to go. You need to go and find, well, where would you go to get a template? So, Ruben, as long as you explain to the client you're paying for it for year 1, and then they have to pay for it from year 2. So you might say, look, as a favour, I will let you have it for free for year 1. But after that, you now have to pay me to continue it. If you don't pay me, then my license will be deactivated and gung-ho, right? That's just the way it is. Yeah, like Phil says as well, create a website, start doing blog posts, build up the traffic, marketing, and you will sell it. You have to get away from the TikTok videos and the YouTube shorts and all of the adverts you see on Facebook where they go, yeah, you build this and you're going to make $1,000. You build a template, everyone will come running. Do not get caught up into that, okay? Because it's a hard effort. And half of them, they want you to buy their course for them to make money. When they say I make $1,000 a week, it's based on people probably buying their course. It's got nothing to do with them being successful, right? Because when you're successful, you don't do Facebook sponsored adverts. You don't, because you're getting business come in from other means. Someone in the tab group got you mad because it says no. Yeah, I mean, I still use Elementor. I still quite like it. The whole pricing system is confusing. Well, Wesley, that depends on what's your starting point. How do you do your breakdown? When do you charge for add-ons? And we have got videos for that. The website pricing matrix. Go and have a look at that. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Himanshu, I think, however you decide to do it, so start with basic, work up to the pro, that's absolutely fine. Just bear in mind, though, the more free plugins you use, the higher chance of incompatibility and issues like that. Okay, look, everyone, I've been live for 1 hour 13. I have got a client. I need to get back onto working on their website, so I'm going to... Any final questions before I jump off? To be honest, though, Pez, a lot of people who don't like Elementor probably don't like Bricks, don't like Breakdance, don't like Webflow, don't like Wix, don't like Squarespace. Everyone's going to hate on everyone. And often, the number one excuse I get is Elementor's bloated. And I go, yeah, but I can get around that. Elementor's too slow. Actually, it's not that different from any other website. Elementor's expensive. Not really. I've had people whinge about Bricks, and I go, well, did you know what you were getting into? And if you don't know coding, of course you're going to find it difficult. You could say that about anything, any solution out there. So I say that, look, as long as you kind of, as long as you get into the know-how of what you're doing, you should be fine. All right, everyone, smash the like button. I'm now going to jump off, okay? I'm going to jump off because I've got clients to work on and I've got stuff to do. I'll be back on Tuesday. I'm not live tomorrow. Friday's my off day, so I can just crack on with website work, but I'll be back on Tuesday. Any idea when Code Snippet goes out of beta? Eddie asks. No idea, mate. I reckon it'll be a month, maybe 1 month, maybe ish, I think. But yeah, I think 1 month. They've got to do their beta and make their improvements.